of orange juice, which is a healthy choice, but it's full of sugar. That orange juice is. So you just need to eat the orange. You can have orange juice, but you don't want a big cup like this. You want a little one like this. Remember back when you was in school? Oh, some of us was in school a lot longer than some of us a long time ago. That the little juicy cups they would give you, they gave you that teeny tiny amount because you don't need to have that much. It's nothing but sugar. Now, is that juice better than soda? Sure it is. But the actual apple is better than apple juice, or the grape is better than grape juice, or the orange is better than orange juice, and so on and so on and so on. All right, so we've talked about servings and portions. And the other thing, too, about fruits and vegetables that I forgot to mention is that, honestly, eat as much of those as you want to. I wouldn't necessarily worry so much about counting them unless you're on a specific diet plan by your doctor or whoever. I would say eat as much of those as you want to. You cannot eat too many of those. They are full of dense nutrients. They are nutrient rich. They're full of really good fats, good fiber, antioxidants. They're excellent for you, and you don't need to count calories on those things. Just eat them. Eat dark leafy greens. Eat the rainbow, like my necklace. Eat the rainbow color of different fruits and vegetables, and you'll be fine. And you'll be full, and you won't have room to eat all that extra junk food. All right, let's see. Where are we? Okay. So now we've talked about the basic foundation, or we're going to move on to detoxes in just a second. But what I want to say about this is that before we move on to detoxing, is that everybody starts at a different level of health. Some people have been eating organic and natural forever and ever, and it's like breathing for them. For other people, this is very new. If you are one of those people that this is new to, what I would recommend doing to kind of get you to switch over a little bit is to switch to what I call healthy junk food. So let's say, for instance, your favorite thing to drink is Welch's grape soda, and you absolutely love it, and it tastes so delicious to you, and you can't live without your Welch's grape soda. Okay, gotcha. Well, there is such thing as a Blue Sky grape soda. It tastes delicious, it's made with natural ingredients, and it doesn't have any dye in it. So is that a healthy drink? No, but it's better than that Welch's because it doesn't have all those chemicals in it, and it doesn't have all those weird dyes in it that we don't know what's going to do to your body. So you graduate to the Welch's grape juice, the Welch's grape soda, or graduate from the Welch's grape soda to the Blue Sky grape soda, and then from that grape soda, maybe you graduate to actual grape juice. And then from the grape juice, maybe you start eating grapes later. So take it in steps. You can do the same thing with Cheetos. You can get the Cheetos and then graduate to those burritos. Are they called Crunch Cheetos or something? I forget what they call, but they're good, and they're made with real cheese. They're not neon orange. They're actually yellow, like cheese is supposed to be. And then from there, you graduate to something that's a little bit more healthy. So until you are ready to do the whole health food thing, sometimes it's okay to graduate from crappy junk food to healthy junk food. So I just wanted to say that to let people know that there is a graduation and there are steps to take. I think sometimes people get so excited about wanting to be healthy, and they want to start over, and they're going to do this, and they're going to change their diet, and they're going to go exercise, and they're going to go draw curves and all these other places, and they really bite off more than they can chew, and they end up setting themselves up for failure. And that sucks, so take baby steps. And once you accomplish that little baby goal, then set another one, and then keep going and keep going and keep going until you get to where you want to be on your road to health. But also, just for the old heads who've been doing this a long time, the old hippies, it's easier for a lot of us who have been eating this way for a long time because we don't have to think about it that much anymore. So try to be patient and respectful of people who are at a different level than you are on their journey to health. All right, so now we're going to talk about detoxing. And a lot of times people aren't as healthy as they think they are. And so what you need to do to help with that is to detox or cleanse. And the reason why you do this is because our bodies are our bodies aren't 2,000 years old. Our bodies are the same that they were, several thousand years ago. Our bodies are the same back when most of the world were still hunters and gatherers. So your body doesn't know that you are a 21st century human being. It don't know nothing about the internet. It don't know nothing about your job. It thinks that you are still a hunter and gatherer. And so it's processing things like that. And back in hunter-gatherer days, Sometimes the hunters didn't get the caribou. The buffalo got away. Sometimes they were scarce, and so they called those lean times. You didn't eat, every single day all the time. You didn't have snacks and stuff. You ate when there was food, and you exercised, and you were more active, and you didn't have a car, so you had to go walk to go visit your cousin or whomever. So anyway, your body is expecting you to fast because that's the way it was, evolutionarily speaking. That's the way things have been set up. But most people don't do that anymore. Most people, if you're living in a Western country, and you're lucky, you're eating not only on 3 meals a day, but several snacks and cookies and sodas and all kind of things. And so your body doesn't get a chance to rest. It doesn't get a chance to cleanse itself. And so that's why we have to do detoxes to help our bodies get rid of some of these toxins that have gathered up, because we're not allowing our body to rest and do things that it naturally would do. So a detox basically is something that helps to cleanse all 7 channels of elimination in your body. And what you're going to want to do first before you start on your detox is get one of these. This is a journal. Can you see it? This one might have a better background. Okay, so this is your journal. And I would suggest that you keep a food journal and write down everything that you put in your body for 2 weeks. And I know that sounds like a long time, but anytime I'm standing in the aisle and I'm talking to customers and I'll ask them, what do they eat? Oh, I eat pretty healthy. And I'm like, I didn't ask you how healthy you were. I asked you what you ate on a regular basis. Tell me what you had for dinner last night. And I think people either think that they are more healthy than what they really are, or they know they should be eating better and they think I'm going to chastise them, and I don't know. But I know that there are people standing there and saying, well, I eat salads every day. No, you don't. No, you don't. Or, quite honestly, it really could be that they really think that they're eating healthy. And then if you see it in black and white, and you looking like, oh, I did have a salad, but I also went and got some donuts, and I also went to the bar last night. Oh, and I had some cigarettes at the bar, and I drank a half a bottle of water. And then they'll be able to see that and be like, oh, I'm not eating as healthy as I thought I was. And oh, that's a really big portion. I really didn't need to get that much. So write down what you eat for about 2 weeks before you do the cleanse. This also is going to help you to be able to start to, what I call, pick up the big pieces. Before you vacuum a floor, you just don't start vacuuming. You got to pick up the big pieces. Why? Because if you suck a quarter up in the vacuum or a paper clip, you're going to tear the vacuum cleaner up. The same thing with your body. You need to pick up the big pieces. So that's that process that allows you to pick up your big pieces and to look at what you're doing before you start to detox. Because the thing about detoxing is that if you're putting garbage in, you are going to feel it on the detox when it starts to come out. And you really need to start eating a little bit better than what you normally do on a regular basis so that your detox experience is pleasant. A lot of people will have, they'll say that they'll have nausea, headache, skin eruptions, and all that when they're doing a cleanse, and that's because they're too acidic. And so you really need to check your pH. There's pH testing strips that you can use in your mouth or in your urine. Don't get it mixed up and reuse anything. Anyway, and what you want to be alkaline, as alkaline as possible. Establishing alkalinity not only is going to help you have a really, really good cleanse, but it's a really good way to prevent a lot of those diseases that I was talking about, because different bacteria and microbes and diseases thrive in an acidic environment. So things like alcohol, cigarettes, sugar, lots of processed foods, all that creates alkalinity. Coffee. Oh, I love coffee. I love coffee so much. I'm a little sad because our French press was broken by somebody who shall remain nameless, but it's not me. I didn't break it this time. So, but coffee is very, very acidic. And if you drink that a lot, your adrenals are going to get stressed out. And if your adrenals are stressed out, the rest of your body starts to slowly not function as well as it should be, because they control so many different functions in your body, but we'll get to that a little later. So anyway, so we talked about doing cleanses and why you need to do a cleanse, and establishing alkalinity. Now, what a cleanse does is when you're taking all those different herbs in that box,